Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
But yeah, we said that so many times. I remember I watched it back and it was really hard. Because, okay, Beryl's going to go in, save us from this conversation for the moment. Aftershock is worn off, but you can see Dplus taking a lot of damage. The wraparound from the other tree, though, coming in, and Beryl is overextended. He has to flash. There's a flash forward from Kellen, though. Twisted advance, and down goes the Leona. First blood for BNK.
This is what I love about lane swaps being good. And you get those honest, true 2v2.
Yes. You were talking about barbecuing the Gwen. That is continuing to happen here as a tree battle is going to ensue, but Kellen makes it unfair. The crash down, but it's after the flash from Lucid, who goes into the brush. Is still an advantage. Wow, that Valkyrie forward, and there's Snowmaker picking up the follow-up kill. I kind of thought they were going to be okay. It was a great Ezreal mid.
Absolutely, and just great flash from Lucid there. If you eat that flash, the CC chain's coming in, and then Kellen, the dismounted walk of shame away.
Yeah, so slow. Yeah, wow, they were very nonchalant. Even the first item spike of Leandri's Torment for the Rumble is fantastic. So it's almost like a one-item spike composition here on the side of DK. Getting into like two-item spike territory is kind of the big deal, but even just hitting a Trinity Force is really, really strong. DK in the early stages, once these items come through, are going to be very strong. Is now clear, does put down the circle. He's immune a bit, but not quite immune enough, as he's going to have to back away. All right, Kellen and Diablo coming on down towards his bottom side. Bullet time softens up Shu somewhat, but he does have a scrap shield, so he's all right. Oh dear. Daisy getting the knock up. There's another Zenith Blade in, and aiming collects the kill. Exhaust not quite enough there. Clear going for that Summoner Spell combination as we've...
With the fact that BNK FEARX already have one dragon, I think Dplus definitely want to contest this. Leandri's just came in for Shiwu, running from base. Lucid has the redemption as well, the active being a great tool in this, so I'm actually a little concerned for BNK FEARX for this one. If you look at their carries, the Yone and the MF, they're just sitting on components. I think this is a bad fight to take.
Yeah, these are big item spikes. And, okay, Magnustorm still brings Kellen in, but there's the equalizer. They do not want to engage on top of that one, but already the Rel has gone down. Vikla gone pretty ballistic, but he does have to go back to that unbound Salty Arbol. Going nuts. Beryl gets the shield, and he interrupts the ultimate, still goes down. It's a crazy fight, but it is 4 for 2 in favor of DK.
And I think the item advantage really came in clutch there. You know, the redemption heal that came through helped mitigate that initial engage, and then Showmaker and aiming both kind of just free hitting on the back end of that fight.
Well, Vikla, missed that Q. That might have been enough to kill him, actually, or might have just been very, very close. The worst times to fight. The next worst time is when you have double Muir Mana and a Moonstone, and champion though on this team.
I think honestly later in the game when Vikla and Claire have like 3-4 items, I think that's really where I'm thinking this team has a power point. Also with Diablo and the MF, you could honestly build like Executioners and Serpent's Fang and just the AoE.
Where the Rel was this whole time, playing around it beautifully, and BNK realizing that they're overstaying their welcome. Beryl still wants to fight, so he walks into 3 people, just presses the blast cone. That's going to get him out of there. Diablo moves in, and an immediate bullet time is weird. But I liked the gusto from the young man.
They're still trying to fight this.
Yeah, Lucid has the smite. Raptor can move in as well. It's a tree smite battle as the Solar Flare is going to stun him up. In goes Beryl. Once again, Vikla uses the ult to get himself out. The Herald goes over to the Ivern, and down goes the Maokai. The tree battle we can see has been won by the one with the skinnier legs. And Diablo just knew there was no way in. That is a lot of value, and DK just going to utilize Shelly immediately.
I think BNK FEARX, they try to set up, they try to find an angle, it didn't show itself, and I think you just have to make the call to back away. They hung around for too long, Jungler goes down, Herald goes down too, and now they're losing even more than they would have if they've just said, look, we can't contest this.
Cloud Soul so far today.
It's good omen for Cloud Soul fans.
Oh dear, oh yeah. All right.
Now, I don't think you're going to find a way in here. It's already up here after pushing in the bot wave, so it looks like their intent is to get control of this topside river.
Yeah. All right, Raptor throws down the Nature's Grasp, but Beryl, he had the Zenith Blade in the air, and now Raptor is split off from the rest of his team. Solar Flare needs to be flashed as Raptor gets himself out of the way. Kellen finding the Magnustorm onto 3. Vikla dives in as well, but he melts instantly. Kellen going to follow suit as Clear is not immune. even a little bit. Double kill for aiming, and now they'll take the Otacon after taking 3 off the map from BNK.
There you go. You see BNK FEARX try and make the counter engage, but the skill shots don't connect. And if you're slightly off against this composition, you're gonna have a bad time. Lucid coming in with the redemption, able to keep everyone healthy. And now this mid-tier 1, a very poor compensation. They get mid, sort of prior control over the jungle. They move down. Maokai ult comes out to try to deny this wave pressure. Doesn't really do that much though.
Oh, Solar Flare going to be avoided there by Vikla, but cannot unbind his soul now for the next little while. Daisy going in, going aggressive. Kellen taking a bunch of poke damage as well. DK, I think, are just going to be able to push this one down. They've got a few minions left remaining, so Inner Turret providing even more money for this team. It's a bunch of work, like a mantle? Is a mantle apparently a wrap?
I think it's getting to the point where it's just too confusing.
I don't know. Thankfully, Beryl is engaged, so maybe we'll focus on that one. Root Call landing here from Lucid as well, and you can see they're taking no damage. Solar Flare not doing too much as Diablo not allowed to have a good time. True Shot Barrage is also going to hit Vikla, but just obliterates the Misfortune, and now the rest of BNK are just falling like a house of cards. Double kill now for Shiu as Lucid trying to look for a flash angle, doesn't quite get it as aiming is angry. Vikla trying to escape, but remember, he has to go back, and so he's just dead. Aiming, able to line up the Q nicely on that one. Kellen, yeah, his former teammates just going to take him down. And now, inhibitor turret number 1 going to fall. It's an ace for DK, as they have just, it feels like, had control for this entire game. They're taking an inhibitor turret, mantle. That's what I was trying to work out.
Why do we use this name so frequently, but only with in front of
certain things that we will never know, and it's the mystery that makes it, you know? That's what we like. And if we found out, then maybe the magic would be gone, as this inhibitor is also gone.
Yeah, that is a deep flank.
Yeah.
This is a surmountable flank.
Well, let's see whether Kellen can find the angle. Vikla doesn't find the ultimate, and aiming gets right out of there. Back in a position to do damage. Raptor wants to defect. He's gone to the enemy base. And Diablo is alone once again.
Yeah, I'm just not convinced that Dplus actually took damage there.
Yeah, well, Clear did. He was not immune.
Yeah. Did have his exhaust. Didn't use it. Don't think it would have mattered. And now Dplus will look to put them out of their misery in this game. They
have ponchoed on over towards these Nexus turrets. They're going to dive the fountain as well, and Beryl is going to be able to do so comfortably. The tree is backing somewhere in Narnia, but the Nexus is dead, and DK start off the LCK season